Hey guys, Dwayne Nash here. Just wanted to comment a bit on a town hall I listened in on the other day on my lunch break. It was Chris Hayes and on all his swarmy glory with AOC talking about the Green New Deal. And I want to give credit where credit is due. AOC made a good comment about uh, taxation as a form of dealing with global warming, carbon tax, and she came out kind of against it, commented on the Yellow Vest movement as a reaction against the gas tax in France, um, which is probably some of the most, at least it's getting some coverage on mainstream media via that comment by AOC. You won't see much of the Yellow Vest movement otherwise, although it's been in its 13th or 14th or 15th week of active protests in France. Amazing that a such a long-standing ally, democratic ally of the United States, they're you know Macron is in the tank as far as his favorability goes. I think it's like less than 20% or 15%. Um, uh, and so that tax, which is kind of been interpreted as a wealth redistribution scheme, um, taxing, it's hitting people that got to drive into France the most, and the money, of course, goes into social services and whatnot for immigration. So that that was interesting. You brought up the Yellow Vest movement, so I got to give credit where credit is due. Um, so my two, I don't want to say favorite, but the two most interesting political figures in the U.S., AOC and Trump, are kind of like mirror images, inverted of themselves, and it's interesting. Um, on the right, you see kind of a repeat of the way Donald Trump was dismissed and talked about as an idiot. He's not going to make it. He's not going to last. He's going down. And I think the right is really fooling themselves just the way the left, and the neocons, the never Trumpers deal with Donald Trump when he was making headway. So I think it's a mistake for people to underestimate AOC. She makes mistakes. She doesn't always get her facts correct. Obviously, she doesn't have all her history lined up, and but she's building a base, and it would be very stupid for the right to ignore this and have nothing on the platform to match the Green New Deal. Because guess what? If she has a plan, as bad as it is, I don't agree with it, and the right has no plan, that's not a good look. Of course, I have a plan that is in line with conservative values for the environment. Um, but where do I find my audience? Just the way you have the right has their doubters and dismissers of global warming. It's kind of interesting inverted optics. You have the right saying, "Oh, it's a hoax, it's fabricated," and then on the left you have the immigration issue. It's fabricated, it's a hoax, nothing to see here, when it clearly is. So kind of a funny inversion between Donald Trump and AOC, two of the most polarizing figures in politics these days. But I actually love them both for my own reasons, in that they're in a neck and neck race to destroy the Democrat Party, which is fine by me. Sooner that could happen, we could then have a green new republic, really getting back to core conservative values of the environment, putting people back on the land, in a homesteading movement, making this soil great again, getting all that beneficial microbes and microflora and fauna back in the soil, and people actually growing stuff. A reimagining of Jefferson's um, agrarian society with technology, so that doesn't, you don't lose the technology. Um, Making our own food and clothing, and let's not just manufacturing, bringing all these other jobs back and all the corollary jobs with that. Um, so, you know, so bottom line is, don't underestimate AOC. She's building a base. If the right isn't careful, she can be president, especially if the right has no counter to the Green New Deal, um, which is where I come from. Come in, come from, come in. All right, that's about it. Have a good day, guys. Bye.